And here we
Two
go.
Two and a half is between 2 and 3.
Let's go. Let's go.
Everyone.
Yay.
Welcome, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as Neopet3, and your GM of this wonderful Pathfinder 2E actual play campaign of which is Legend of the Natural Ones. We are in season 4, episode 9, as we start our new arc of fun. We want to again say thank you so much to our players and guest stars who were with us all previously in the first part of season 4. We will see them again, hopefully very soon. I would say in a few episodes down the line. I've got something very very fun in the
Devious? Is
works.
that what you mean to say? Devious?
Yeah,
That's what
devious.
he.
Yeah,
That's
I would.
essentially what he said.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Anyways, everyone, thank you again for joining us now in Lavads. But you know what? Before we jump in, let us introduce these wonderful and talented players of mine, the friends that we love being around this virtual table together. And we're going to start with Carrie. How are you doing?
Hello.
It is so good to see you. It seems like it's been forever, but
Does.
thank you. Who are you playing? And yeah,
I'm doing great. My name is Carrie. I am playing Brynn Broad River, our resident cantankerous half elf lady, and I'm really excited to play tonight. We did our little um, kind of chill session last session. I think laying the groundwork probably gave Jay more ideas than we'd like to admit, and
Probably.
I'm excited for him to hurt us. So rock and roll.
hurt is such a negative term. I would stimulate. I would use the word stimulately, positively and negatively.
Hey, sounds fun. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carrie. Jeff, how are you doing, sir? And who are you
Hello.
playing?
Hi, thanks, Jay. I am Jeff, and I play Aviro Starborn. He's our teenage high elf wizard slash know-it-all slash brainiac slash annoying kid brother. I am doing well. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm excited that you all are here watching, even if you're not watching live. You on the VODs count too.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Jeff. Last but never least, our
Yes.
wonderful and very talented grumpy old man of
Yep.
dwarven descent,
Yep.
Jim.
Hi. Yes, I'm Jim. Hawkmare1 on Twitter, and as Jay has so eloquently pointed out, I'm playing Glastoc Steelcloak, our resident. I would use the word cantankerous, but we've already used that for Carrie's character, Brynn.
Curmudgeonly. Curmudgeonly.
Curmudgeonly, yes,
There
perfect.
you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Dwarven sorcerer Glastoc. So
Excellent. Thank you, Jim. Again, thank you everyone for joining us. We are playing a Pathfinder 2E here. And before we jump in, there's a few things we wanted to just say shout out to again is our wonderful friends at Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee. Check them out. They should be jumping in the chat sometime soon where you can find them. Good coffee, good piece crafts works or crafts wood craftsmanship. God,
Ooh.
words are important as a GM.
Eh.
It's
Um,
okay. You went to Gen Con. It's fine.
I did not go to Gen Con.
Oh, you
Carrie
didn't? I
just
thought you
got
did.
back from Gen Con. But I did go, I was at Josh Con last month in Arkansas with our friend Josh and there. So I ran some games there. So that was an exciting weekend. But additionally, we wanted to say thank you for everyone for joining us. And you know what? We're going to have some fun. And you know what? Please just stick around, enjoy. We're kind of, like I said, we're starting a new arc in a way. So this should be a little bit of some groundwork in a way. We set some groundwork last episode of like where we were, what we want to do, how the players were feeling, where the characters are going to grow. And I took some of that and went, okay, and put it aside and took some of it and went like,
Great.
and where we begin is our this wonderful party, the Natural Ones, have contracted through the Adventures Guild in Sandpoint, which is in Galarian, and they've contracted through the Adventures Guild that there's a merchant that is going up to Rivendell or Rivenport, excuse me, and needs some escorts. Need an escort up there. And for a very low sum, they're traveling along to the roadside inn, which is where our party wants to go because they're looking for some shards to a large piece of crystal that is supposed to help bring back a deity that has died. And it is a race against the Blue Elms, which is the monstrous organization in the area that is trying to find the shards as well. And they want to bring back an evil deity, while our wonderful group is trying to bring back a good deity. And so it's a race against time. And they figured out with Aviro's great research that possibly one of the most likely and probably one of the shards is at this roadside inn. So they're going to travel there. And that's where we pick up as the morning that they're supposed to leave, they leave their house, they lock it up, they let Sebastian know where they're off to. It's going to take about a week of travel to get to the roadside inn, but they meet up at the Adventurers Guild where they're supposed to meet up with their benefactor, a merchant named Morgan Dell. And you are going to be working for him and escorting him and his caravan or carts up to at least to the roadside inn. And then from there, he has a guard, so to speak, that will take it from there to Riverport. And you have been promised two gold pieces a day and 2 solid meals, lunch and dinner. So that's part of your payment. It's a low paying job, but for this particular thing, things aren't, that's
It's
glaring
more
now.
money than if we had just walked there ourselves.
Exactly.
That's true.
The thing about that you're starting to realize is that being in Galarian and Pathfinder 2 instead of where you came from before, gold is less available. Like a few gold pieces is actually quite common. Hundreds of gold pieces, not so much. There seems to be a little bit of a difference in economics here. So, but as you approach the Adventurers Guild, yes, Jeff.
A quick question, Jay, before we
Mhm.
get too much further. You said you were going to make a decision as to whether or not the things Aviro bought are just, do I have those things, or did I have to order all of those things and I don't have any of them right now?
That is an excellent question. Roll me a d20.
One, you said you were, roll you a d20, you son of a.
To be very fair, Jeff, that is very much like, excuse me, Mr. Gellerman, you never collected our homework.
I am playing my character.
It's the method. Get used to it.
I rolled an 8.
Half of the items are in town. Half the items are on their way, and they will be back.
Can we say the scrolls instead of half? Can I actually say I have all the scrolls but none of the other things?
Hmm.
How about that? Because otherwise, trying to figure out what I have and what I don't have out of my gear list is going to be
Sure.
really
Sure. That's
okay.
I'm easy that way.
Okay,
Good
so
compromise.
Yep.
thank you. So
Yep.
I have the scrolls.
You
I
have
don't
your
have
scrolls. Yep. You got
the
your
other
scrolls.
things. Oh, you guys just wait.
Oh,
You guys just wait.
are you referring to the bottle?
So that, and then the other 3 items.
I will say you have the bottle.
Oh, okay. So all I don't have is the wands.
Yes, the wands were
Okay.
a little bit more difficult at this particular time.
Okay.
But the scrolls were yes.
Okay,
And
so I have the
and
scrolls and I
bottle.
have the bottle. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Carry on.
So as you walk towards the Adventurers Guild and you're on time. Actually, the question is, are you on time to get
Aviro is
to
early.
Okay, Viro's gets up early. Brynn and Glastoc, you would be there. Would you be getting up early, getting prepped, getting everything organized, and being on time to get to the Adventurers Guild?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I think,
perfect.
yeah.
So being on time, or just because Viro's like, let's go. You're promptly about a minute early, which
It's 5:30 in the morning. Aviro's like, let's go. Come on, let's go.
They
Aviro,
open at 6. We have to be there.
don't you sleep like the
As
dead?
you
How
poke
are
your
you
head into
awake?
Brynn's room and start pestering, all of a sudden a dagger goes in the wood part of the door, and you take that as a sign you should probably leave.
You could just say no. And he mage hands it back to you.
Yeah.
You see it like go and like disappear under the freaking blanket.
But as you make your way, you see that there is a cart, a nice wooden cart that's got actually two carts. Let me rephrase that. There's two carts, and there is uh one person riding and another driver, so to speak. And then someone's like kind of walking around, making sure everything is organized and stuff like that. And you see a middle-aged half elf wearing kind of some moderately nice clothing, brown jacket with yellow trim and tan pants. Got short blonde hair with a small ponytail in back. And you've referenced you've met this person. This is Morgan Dell, the merchant that is hiring you. And he has two drivers. Both also are I would say middle-aged humans. Um, they're kind of there. I mean, they're not they're just NPCs, but they're nondescript individual drivers. And he's
They're
kind of
his hired. They're his hired help.
exactly.
Hmm.
And so he kind of sees you and turns around and he's like, "Ah, good day. Aviro Stobon, Brynn and Broadriver and Glastoc Stukla, correct? Again? That's it's good to see you
Yeah.
again and meet you again. I hope
Sure.
things were everything's good and prepared.
As prepared as it's gonna be.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Your escort companion is already sleeping in the back. Um, I wouldn't bother him too much, and like I said, I've worked with him many, many times, so it's I'm used to his bravado. But whenever we'll be ready to go in just a moment. Just have to finish one or two things off.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Now,
Vero, I'm on board with you. This is better than if we had just taken ourselves.
It's free money.
Practically. And then I take Aviro by both shoulders and I look him right in the eye and I go, "You're learning." And you can tell that this is as close to a compliment as you're probably going to get from Britt.
Well, I'm always learning. What am I learning? What am I learning?
He walks away
Glastoc.
mysteriously.
Glastoc. He goes over to Glastoc. Glastoc, Brynn said I'm learning. What am I learning?
Life, how things work in the outside world.
You mean the outside world, like nature?
No, like
The woods.
in cities with other people.
I'm from a city. It's not like I've never been to a city. I'm from a city.
Well, no, but it's
I
you.
don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
And I hear those two just yakking away behind me, and I laugh at the
She's
chaos.
laughing because
I laugh at the
because now-
chaos I have wrought.
Yes.
I have pushed the first domino, and I walk away.
Aviro gets frustrated. Fine. And you see him pull a glass bottle, about the size of a beer bottle, a clear glass bottle out of his bag. And you see that there is smoke inside of it.
Cool.
And so
What is it?
he uncorks it, and the smoke billows out and forms a small horse, to which he gets up on and says, "All right, I'm ready." It is a smoke horse. It's essentially a phantom steed, but it's made of this smoke, and he rides it.
it is a magic item now. Instead of the spell, we've created a magic item, a wondrous
Oh my
item of a
God.
bottle of smoke.
Bottle of smoke.
A bottle of smoking steed.
It is a bottle of smoke, and it is 100% a reference to the Pogues song.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's
Which brings up
amazing.
the other question: is Brynn and Glastoc riding horses as well?
Yeah.
I thought we
Can we rent horses?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
rent a horse.
Yeah.
I thought we had
Aviro would
already-
have said
Actually,
Aviro would have said no horse for him.
Yep.
And
So-
you would have looked at him funny, but
Whatever,
he
he's
doesn't like.
Aviro.
Yeah, you know he doesn't like animals.
He doesn't explain himself frequently, and he doesn't like animals.
Yeah.
So you would have worked with Sebastian, no problem. Like, because you would have traveled up by yourself. So yeah, you would have been no problem. And about 4 or 5 minutes later, you start getting ready and you kind of start going off and riding, and the merchant's riding in the first cart and in the second cart. And as you kind of look, and within the next day or two, you're going to figure out that he's his cargo is mainly made up of some silks and clothing items, as well as some spices, like some fine spices and barrels, and just different types of herbs and things of that nature. And he's on his way to Riddleport. The other thing you notice is in the back of the second cart, you kind of only see legs at this point.
I'm sorry. Yes, got
Because
it.
the body of this individual is in the cart and his legs are sticking out of the cart
Okay.
as he's
So
laying.
so when you said I kind of panicked because when you said legs, I was thinking multiple.
This is Jack the Ripper. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
So there is
only 2
a
legs.
pair of legs.
There is
okay.
a pair of
There's
legs.
a pair of legs.
There is a
okay.
pair of legs.
I was thinking
Presumably
like
still attached to a body.
Yeah.
I was thinking the cart from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, got it.
So,
Got it. I think
know,
that would be
so-
funny.
So now we're actually talking more like the cart in Young Frankenstein.
Possibly.
Or-
yeah.
Or the wheelbarrow in Princess Bride.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very much so.
Ding, ding, ding.
And you hear some loud snoring too coming
Okay.
from the
Perfect.
cart. And it's guttural at times, and it's kind of woken up. But as the day kind of goes, and the weather is actually kind of nice right now, and as you're kind of heading out, and because it's going to take a week, you're going to have several stops along the way. And if you're looking at the Roll20 map,
Are we going all the way to Riddleport with him, or are we
nope,
leaving
No,
him
no.
at the roadside inn?
No, we're only
Roadside.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to take about a week.
That's
get
a
up
week?
to here.
Holy cow.
Well, because you're
Big
going
map.
slow on the carts and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
big map. Big map.
big
And
man.
we don't want to rush because
We're on the big
possibility
map.
of bandits. We have
Yep.
to be careful.
Exactly. And this is a relatively new road, so there's a lot of monsters and stuff like it. You used to have to travel all the down this direction to get over here, and then all the way up here along this coast. It was the original, but ever since the roadside inn was created, they made a cutoff so that it's a little bit quicker to get this way. But as you continue to like I said, make your way, the day's kind of going, you kind of hear, like I said, the noise. You hear some half asleep, and then eventually you hear this yawning as this large, stocky, you swear he's a dwarf, but he's more human, but he's just short in stature with very large muscles, no shirt, and he has like fur. His body hair is just like he is Mr. Furry. He's got a big bushy hair. He's got a big old mutton chops on him, and he's got these big huge hands, but he has these large bracers on, and literally he has just pants down and in bare feet, and just this big bulging chest.
No weapons?
No
visible weapons?
No visible weapons.
We all see this?
Yeah, you all see this.
I want to wait to see what Carrie says before I say something.
For just a minute, all of a sudden, we're all riding along. We're together. Are we moving or are we?
Yeah, you're moving. And he kind of
Okay.
gets up, and he literally just kind of sits on the back and just kind of looking around, getting kind of swaying. And he's eventually literally just jumps down and just walks besides the cart, and then jumps into the seat of the second cart so you can see.
I imagine. So I would say we're probably riding Aviro, Glastoc, Brynn. Dude has jumped off and gone to this side of the cart, and all of a sudden, Glastoc, you feel Brynn's horse drift into yours, kind of. Sorry. And then she kind of rights her horse, and it's looking really hard.
Now this
straight ahead.
This guy is probably he looks like he's probably in his 40s or 50s.
Who cares?
But he is just this rough looking, And he just kind of sits up, and the day kind of keeps going. And yes,
Okay.
Aviro.
Is he a handsome man? Is he a homely man? Does he look like he's gotten his nose broken 50 million times? Is he covered
Yes.
in scars?
Yes.
Cool.
The second
Yes.
one?
Yes. And yes.
Was he handsome and now has been beaten?
I would say he's not handsome, but he's somewhat moderately handsome.
Rugged.
He's rugged.
Very rugged. Very rugged. And
Awesome.
it looks like he's got a few scars, but he's like some major scars. But they've also healed nicely. But it's just one of those things where it's like you're pretty sure, like some of the scars, as you look, there's a large scar on his back in the right side, and you see a corresponding scar on the front of his left side as he like got impaled with something and survived.
So
Okay.
after
Great.
Brynn bumps into Glastoc and like rights her horse, Glastoc will ride a little closer to her, and as he's looking towards the guy, and obviously Brynn is obviously staring in that direction too. And Glastoc's gonna go, he's got big hands.
Yeah, I noticed. What do you think of her, huh? I'm trying not to, kid. Awesome.
Aviro has his nose in a book or a
Perfect.
scroll or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His horse knows where he's going.
Yep. So yeah, so as he's kind of sitting there, and the day kind of continues to go on, um, yeah, and the first day is fairly uneventful.
Fairly
It's,
uneventful, except for the guy getting up out of the cart.
I mean,
I mean, to be fair, that's not a huge event in our pantheon of events.
yeah.
But
So
you know,
as you make your way,
Hey Jay,
yes,
does this guy happen to do the pole vault by any chance?
no, he does not.
shut the fuck up, Jim. Shut up, Jim. That's funny. That's
That's
topical.
an Olympic. That for our future viewers, that's an Olympics joke. But
That was funny.
No, but you do make a stop for lunch, and as promised, you stop, and in the second cart, there's a whole bunch of kitchen stuff that kind of comes out, and they make a hearty dinner out of this pot, and there's some good stew that
Lunch.
kind of comes in. Yes, Aviro.
What is the dinner?
I
lunch.
would like to know also.
What is the lunch?
Lunch is a stew with bread.
What is in the stew? Is it a
Meat,
meat
carrots,
stew?
So much meat.
meat and carrots and potatoes and stuff like that.
Aviro eats the
another
bread.
You have to say
Aviro eats the bread and then pulls some rations out of his.
But on the side that you noticed that you weren't eating, there was some elven bread that was provided.
Ooh.
Yeah, he definitely eats elven bread and maybe pulls out like lembas butter.
Yeah.
Great.
Smears it on.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
And then you continue after lunch, and the thing is, and you kind of continue. And traffic is moderate. I would say it's busy but not busy. Some people are pass you as you have lunch. Some people pass you as they're in the opposite direction on their way to Sandpoint. So like I said, there is a little bit of commerce going on. It's spread out, but it's not too bad. And then there's always a little tense moment as you kind of cross, but then there's a little look, and everything seems to be fine as they kind of go through. And there's merchants, and then there's an adventuring party that kind of passes you too. So it's kind of customary. You make a little bit of a signal to say, yeah, we're fine, and you just kind of keep going and pass each other without incident.
They know those signals. I do not.
Yeah. And the merchant knows those signals, and he's the kind of the one that it kind of does that. And as you dinner kind of comes, and you stop for dinner for camping, and you go just off the path a little bit, and dinner kind of comes in, and there's salad as well as some steak that's being grilled, and you hear the merchant's like, "Old man Wolf, time for dinner," and he's like, he doesn't really talk too much. He kind of grunts a lot, kind of sits down, and he just starts chewing on that steak that has been prepared and stuff like that. Yes, old man
Does
wolf.
he like use knife and fork, or does he just like pick the steak up with his hands and just munch into it?
He is picking it up with his hands and just munching on it.
This man has no manners. Aviro was a
and of course, that's what Aviro's commenting on. Meanwhile,
Right.
Glastoc is handing Brynn a towel to, clean herself up.
Yeah. I like dab the corners of my mouth. And yep. I mean, I will say he's lost points because the scene of him eating this steak pretty ravenously, it's like kind of gross. So like she's watching it and all of a sudden you see like just like little like
I mean, he just kind of grabs it, chunks out of it, and
I know.
then his mug fills up with alcohol and he just drinks it.
It fills on its own, you say?
Fills on its own.
I elbow Glastoc.
Yeah.
Hey, you should go trade notes with our new friend.
With our
The
new
thing-
friend. We don't even know his name.
Glastoc,
Oh,
you
it said
notice
Old Man Wolf. He
he
said it.
puts down 8 at dinner.
8 mugs.
8 mugs at dinner.
Yeah.
At lunch?
At
Lunch,
lunch, you've
like-
only
like-
put
No,
down
no.
4.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And-
So
and
now
when
it
we
did.
get
So he's had 12 in a 6-7 hour period.
And then before bed, he puts down another 4.
Okay. Yeah. Either
Ow.
my guess is, and well, is there any way Glasslock can, like, without talking to him, identify what's in the mug?
Yeah. I'm not even gonna have you roll. It's
Okay.
a strong ale like Guinness.
We
Okay.
can smell
Alright.
him from here.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you
Coming
don't
Like
through
smell
brandy
him.
wine.
You do not smell him. You do smell the alcohol. But the alcohol is not permeating from him.
Jesus, we have COVID. Can't smell. We're losing our smell.
Mm.
Okay. Noted.
You're pretty
Runs, but-
sure he would drink you under the table.
Oh no, I don't have a doubt. That's what I
No.
was trying to ascertain.
And the other
So-
thing is, the one thing that you give me either an investigations or a perception check as you're kind of
Me?
period.
Or all of us?
Anyone? Yeah, both of you, all 3 of you, if you'd like.
Yeah, investigation's unfortunately not a thing.
Perception.
Oh, nat 20.
Atta boy. I got
Wow.
a 24.
Nat 19 for a 33.
Oh, well, I got a
Hey.
33. So,
For
All
once,
right.
Brynn is the worst at noticing.
She's distracted.
well, because she's looking at something
that's
else.
Yeah.
fair.
Exactly. You notice that he is drinking a lot, but he's not drunk.
Yeah, not surprised.
His
So,
metabolism.
constitution is manly.
manly. Is
It's manly.
that the word for it now?
Yes, that's the word for it, Wow.
It's just we're past numbers at this point.
Yeah, we're past
It's just-
numbers.
When you get above 20,
Yeah.
it just turns manly.
Manly. Yep.
Hey,
Love it.
wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to bed. Sleep well, everyone, and I will see you all in the morning. Oh wait, before I go,
no.
boys, should we take shifts?
No,
Yeah, I
he's
was
like,
gonna
no, old man Wolf's got it.
Oh, so he
Alright,
stays up all
fine.
night.
He stays up all night.
That's
I'm
why
not
he
gonna-
sleeps during the day.
I'm not gonna argue.
All right. And then Aviro casts his tower, and his tower pops up, and he goes inside.
How long? How long do those things last, Jeff?
I want to say 24 hours.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say because that
Awesome.
would be bad. Like all of a sudden, we're just leaving these towers.
We're leaving
all
a
over the place.
trail of
No, they're not
actual
permanent.
full-size
They're not permanent.
towers. That's amazing.
You can make it permanent if you cast it in the same spot every single day at the same time for a year. Then
Okay.
then you can make
Oh.
it perfect. And that's how he did it in the past. Is he
Right.
did it every single day, and that's
Mhm.
when the Druid's tower was a Viro's tower because he
Mhm.
cast it
Okay.
every day.
Awesome.
I knew there was a way it was permanent. I just
Mhm.
wasn't sure. Yeah.
Brynn like rolls up in her little bedroll thingy and goes to bed.
Yep.
Near the fire.
The night goes without incident. Everything seems to be fine. You wake up in the morning and everything gets packed up, and everyone kind of gets packed up, organized. Um, Old Man Wolf is there, and he's just kind of, he's awake and has some conversations. The merchant has some conversations with you about, how's everything going, things of that, small talk. Is there anything specific you want to, if there's anything specific you'd like to have a conversation with the merchant about, let me know.
No. So while before we get on our horses, since we don't get fed breakfast, Glastoc would have taken like a second helping of the steak and some of the bread and made a sandwich and cuts it in half and gives half of it to Brynn and just says for the road. And then
Brynn winks and thanks him. Get our 3 squares.
Aviro comes out of his tower and he's got a whole bunch of grapes on the vine that he's just munching.
Oh my God.
And
I'm surprised he's not eating them one at a time. Like,
no, I mean, he is. Well, not from above, no.
No, he seems more like he'd have like something that's holding him and he'd be picking them off this way.
Yeah.
I expected an entire fruit salad in a bowl, but
well, you also see like bananas sticking out of his bag. Like you see all of this food that he clearly did not have previously.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, everything gets packed up and you start heading off, and Old Man Wolf is just kind of sitting there in the second cart next to the driver. He's just kind of leaning back a little bit. He's not sleeping, but somewhat sleeping. It's one of those things. He's
just resting his eyes.
Kind of. and he's just, like I said,
he can totally pay attention to the movie. He's just resting his eye.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I should indicate, in the morning before you left, he went overside, got this big bucket of water, and just
shoved his head in it.
He just showered himself.
Just dumped it
on top of him. It's just, that soft scene of water just glistening off his muscles. As
also the flash dance music starts playing.
Yeah.
I like Brynn all of a sudden, like, she's eating this steak sandwich and all of a sudden she like starts like choking almost.
And he grabs a piece of soap and he's just rubbing it on himself a little bit. It's a little bit more water and just
Oh. How long do we have before we like get on the road?
20 minutes or so.
Cool.
Brynn, Glastoc, would you care for a banana?
I'm good. Thank you.
Are you sure? You really need Glastoc. I'm concerned that you're only getting protein and not enough fiber. I'm really concerned that your bowel movements might not be as nice as they could be.
You know what? Let's not go there. Okay.
Digestive health is very important, Glastoc.
I don't have any problem with my digestion.
Brynn's getting her horse all ready for the
road. And where did you get fruit from?
Inside. Brynn, banana?
I'm all set, thanks. If there is ever terrible weather, is there room in there for one more? Noted.
It's 2 stories.
Yeah, she's more or less, she knows there's technically room. She's more or less asking if she's
just asking for permission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Aviro doesn't know that. He's answering.
Right. He's just very literal. That's awesome.
He's answering question.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room.
Why do you ask?
So, like I said, it's morning. Dawn, the sun kind of comes up a little, so it's still. And as you start heading out, you're on your horses, bottle, and you start making your way. And we're gonna, like I said, it's a week, so we're gonna go day by day, but we're gonna be like, we're not going hour by hour. It's gonna be one of those like just kind of montage of travel.
Right.
But this particular day 2, as you start going, within a half hour of you like on the road, all of a sudden, Old Man Wolf kind of puts his head up and starts sniffing the air. And he's like,
and we notice this?
Yeah, he looks over at you. Wolf! You got 6 to 10 goblins by that tree that are about to set an ambush. About 500 feet away, there's some bushes and some trees and stuff like that that you kind of recognize that what he's potentially like. Yeah, but there's a yeah, yeah. There's some goblins that are about to set an ambush. Go take care of them. And actually, it's about 600 feet away.
And then he crawls into the back of the wagon and goes,
No,
"All
he
right,
just kind of goes back and puts his arms and puts his head down.
Well, it's time to earn our keep, I guess, boys.
we could just tell them to go away.
We could, but somehow I don't think that they'd listen to us.
Or we can at least try."
Well, yes.
Okay,
They
well,
might
okay,
listen to
yeah,
us if they're afraid enough.
you're right. So Glastock's gonna dismount because Thor's on horseback is not a good thing for combat.
Right.
So
Especially without a lance.
Right. I would dismount too. I would take out my rapier.
Aviro very tentatively, you can tell he doesn't know if he should stay on his horse or not. But he's very tentatively kind of slides down awkwardly with one leg, like still up on top of the horse as he gets off.
Vero, do you have any kind of illusion magic or anything that could help us in scaring these little fuckers off?
that's not a wall.
That's not a wall.
What do you want? Like, give me an example of what you're looking to do.
I mean, summon. I mean, don't actually summon one, but make an illusion of a, I don't know, some big demon, a devil, or something that, shit, a gigantic wolf, or I mean, anything that would scare goblins, or not. Just
I
check.
could make a regular wolf or a small demon.
A small demon would be good.
I am limited to 3 feet by 3 feet.
Well, better than no demons.
What's the most disgusting or terrifying thing to a goblin? A small bugbear, a small owl bear, a small
Is Aviro
version
saying
of
this all out
Glastoc.
loud?
Yeah.
He's just listing them.
And Glastoc just turns and looks at him and goes, "A dwarf with a battle axe." And Glastoc starts walking
Whoa!
forward.
Can you like double Glastoc?
Yeah, so so because his thing can make essentially anything he's seen. So he makes essentially
That's awesome.
a 3 foot tall Glastoc mini me of
Mini
Glastoc.
Glastoc.
That's
Now, do you put
perfect.
it where these goblins are supposedly going to ambush, or are you
No,
going
I
to
put
move
it
toward-
where I put it so that essentially it's mimicking Glastoc. Everything
Okay.
Glastoc does, this little thing is also doing.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's great.
So then you're going to
Brynn is like-
concentrate on that as Glastock is moving forward and Brynn's moving forward to this particular area, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Brynn is like poking at it, and he's like, "That is uncanny." And Glastoc, you feel as she actually accidentally stabs you.
Wrong one.
Oh, sorry.
I need everyone to give
tough to
me
tell.
a perception check, please. But you get a +2 bonus because you know exactly where you're
Ooh.
looking.
If that's the case, then 33.
I got a 29.
Got another 19? Holy crap.
No, I got a 17 with a +2 bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Yay.
I got an 18.
Yeah, you know exactly where these goblins are, and they're talking. They're not really trying to hide in these bushes, but you can hear them, and they're like, yeah, when the cart comes, and they're just and there's a berry tree right there too, and he's just kind of like, yeah, and there's 6 of them.
Awesome.
What would you like to do?
So I would kind of like lean down and I'd be like, "So should we just yell at him? Make ourselves known and tell him to fuck right off?"
We could do that. Or I can try scaring the shit out of them.
I don't speak Goblin.
I don't speak Goblin either, but they don't have to understand what I'm saying.
Oh, try to scare the shit out of them. Does that
Okay.
involve getting their attention?
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, well then, by all means.
How far away from them are we right now, Jay?
You're
As we're
moving
moving.
away, you can get as close as you want. So the cart's gonna stop about 100 feet and let you get up further.
Okay. Um.
Do you want to sneak
Right.
up on him or just walk up to him?
No. Glastock's just going to keep walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
Glastoc,
And yes.
if this doesn't work, I can make you bigger.
Okay. If that doesn't work, then yeah, go ahead and make me bigger.
I'm just following Glastoc.
So do we notice them like they see us coming forward?
Yeah, they're waiting for you, but you know they don't think you know they don't think you know that they're there.
Okay.
So they're kind of in that ambush, but you know exactly where they are.
Okay. When Glastock gets to about
It's just I'm imagining the scene in Robin Hood, Prince of
6.
Thieves, with the guys who are going to pull the ambush and they're terrible at it. That's what I'm.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
exactly like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You take on the left. Which one's on the left?
When Glastock gets about 60 feet away,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Searing Light at one of them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What does it do?
Okay, well, it's a range of 120 feet. It shoots a blazing ray of light tinged with holy energy.
Amazing.
Is a
We're
roll?
gonna
It's
talk
an
to
attack
them.
roll.
Yeah, it's an attack roll.
Give me that attack roll. And
Okay.
so it would be because he's behind a little cover. It'd be -2. But you know kind of where he is, so we're just gonna call it even.
Okay, 33.
Yes. How much damage?
I thought you were going
Um,
to scare them. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna scare them. This is part of the scaring. Don't worry. So it does
I'd be scared.
5d6 fire damage. So I rolled a 33. Is that a critical success by any
Yeah,
chance?
that's a critical success.
And
Very
they take
much
double
so.
fire damage.
Now there's just a
Double-
charred
so
goblin.
So is it 10d6?
It's ND6.
He's
God
dead.
damn.
You
Yeah,
fried
dead.
him.
He is charred.
You
to a
charred him.
crisp. And his bones
And
Okay.
everything just
clattered to the ground.
lights up in that area.
Okay. So
Amazing.
hold on. Casted at that level, not my higher level. Because then it would have been 14d6. But
You know that TikTok audio is a good morning.
okay. And now
Exactly like that. Bro, get him. Get him.
okay, so does that count as 2 actions? Because it's
Yep.
my spell. Do I get a
Yep,
third
it's-
action? Okay.
You have
All
third
right. So
action.
now I'm going to intimidate them using intimidating glare, which means they don't have to understand me.
That is correct.
Oh my god.
And how many can you intimidate?
It just says demoralize with the mirror glare. When you do so, demoralize loses the auditory. I'm trying to make it's basically an intimidation attack. It's probably against 1.
Yeah.
So whichever one looks like he's the biggest,
Okay.
now that he's
Mhm.
seen me fry one of his guys.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Or-
roll me that intimidation check.
Okay. 19.
Nice.
I don't. Wow. So, as I'm looking up on this particular thing, you said a 19. He's got to make Oh, he's got to make a save to it, right? Or no?
I don't know.
Or no?
Just says I can
Is the
intimidate.
Oh, you're intimidate. So, and it's
Yeah.
again, yeah. So you actually go up against his willpower. Yeah, yes, you intimidated him. Well, yeah,
Nice. Hell yeah.
yeah. That particular one just runs. And so yeah. Brynn, what are you gonna do?
I am I guess so a couple of them run or we don't
One
know?
Well,
dead, one runs.
One's dead, one's running.
But as Glastoc is throwing this out, what's Brynn gonna do to add to this process?
Brynn screams like Xena and runs into the bushes where presumably there's at least one more of these little fuckers, and she wants to just swing wildly at one.
Are you gonna try to attack or intimidate?
I want to attack one.
All right, give me your attack roll.
Open season.
She sees Glastoc just fry one, so she
Yeah, I get some
it's open season on Goblin.
Okay, I guess this is what we're doing. That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Hell yeah. Okay, so we got let's see. Jesus. 8 plus is 10 points of damage.
Yeah, you skewer right through him and you just cough up some blood and just kind of falls to the ground.
Hold on. I forgot my deadly.
Oh, yes.
8 more. 18 points of damage.
As his heart is sticking on your sword through his back. As you stabbed him through the heart and just ripped the heart out of him. And it's just beating in the back as he drops off his
Kalima.
And Aviro, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I hate goblins.
He's gonna say, I thought we were gonna try and
they are scared.
You guys. And he's making the little glass.
Not on board with genocide, guys. God.
He's making the little glass dog just run into the bushes and he's like screaming like the 3D chess on the Millennium Falcon. That's what the little glass dog's screaming as he goes in.
At this point, the rest of them
flush some pigeons.
Quality.
The rest of them just drop their weapons and run in various directions.
There.
Awesome. Well, they're scared, all right.
Yep. And
I bet they'll tell all their little friends how scared they were. They'll probably leave us alone for like a day at least.
And as you head back, the merchant's
we should bury them. Yes, we should dispose of their remains somehow, rather than just leave them there.
Nature will dispose of it for us. I guess I want to I want to search one of the little ones that's not charbroiled.
Okay.
And then did he have any cool stuff on him?
5
copper, bandits, maybe
5 copper pieces, 2 silver pieces.
Right. I take it.
What's the charbroiled one have on him?
Who knows?
Not much at all.
Carbon. Carbon.
Carbon?
Yeah, pretty much. He's just charred. Everything is just charred.
I look at Aviro and I'd be like, would it make you more comfortable if we buried them?
Yes.
And
or at least move them into lie them. I understand nature takes its course, and I don't know their burial customs, so we could just at least lie them up nicely instead of just lying here all eviscerated.
Brynn kind of piles them up, and then she kind of like looks at Glastoc and be like, "Can you make your little mug make moonshine?"
No, it only makes the ale.
And I would call back to the merchant and be like, "Do you have any moonshine?"
No, are you trying to bun them?
Yes.
Aviro pulls out his flask of fellowship. He pulls out his flask of fellowship, and it's whatever you want it to be.
Never mind. Don't use your oil. And be like, well, go ahead, Aviro.
Go ahead. Are we burning them?
Yes, dump it on them.
Are they not coming back for them? I guess I don't know how goblins deal with their dead.
Well, there's already one that's burned. It's not
most things burn each other at fire anyway. And as soon as he does that, I take out a fire stick or whatever we call it in this universe, and I go
and before you can throw it in, Aviro prestidigitates a little fire on top of him. Choo! And it goes out before your match goes in.
Brynn still has it in her hand. She just goes and like tosses it in. Like, that's great. Wow. I nod and I like, you're learning. And I walk away.
And the merchant's like, good job.
What am I learning?
And as you get going, you keep going and break for lunch. You have lunch. You have lunch. You finish lunch. You get back on. You keep going. You stop. You have dinner. You camp. Same thing that happens. Very uneventful through this entire process. So that was day 2. Day 3, merchants kind of come and go, no big deal. Like I said, things of that, nothing of note or anything like that kind of happens. Day 4 though. Not too much. Anything, like I said, within the days, are there any conversations or anything that you're wanting to do during those days? With anyone in particular?
Hmm. I guess I would probably like at some point, like during one of the rest periods, Bryn would probably gamble with one of these merchant, like not with freaking Dr. Jekyll or whatever the fuck his name is.
Old Man Wolf.
Old Man Wolf, yeah, not with him, but with one of the other little lackeys,
The
and she would see
driver,
if
well, like one of the drivers,
yeah,
they're kind of like, they're not gamblers. They're just kind of like, they're just, their job is here. They're saving their money off. You hear a story about paying for 5 kids and a wife in town, and he's taking this job to be able to do that. And the other one's like a solo bachelor that, he's trying to make some money to woo a girl back in Magnamar and stuff like that. Um, and there's Old Man Wolf who just kind of hits a chuckle or two, and he limits his drinking just slightly, but not too bad.
Aviro, you want to gamble?
No.
Will you gamble, please? I am violently bored.
I will play games with you, but I will not gamble actual currency.
That's fine. We can use matchsticks. How about that?
All right.
All right.
So that'll be day 3. You gamble that night. Same thing that happens day 4. But the night of day 4, Old Man Wolf kind of sits up. What you wagering there?
Well, we're using matchsticks.
Twigs.
My friend Aviro here isn't much of a gambler.
You're looking for a game?
Like a real game? Like a
We know several games. We know several games. Do you know a new game?
He wants to play for money, Aviro.
Oh. Well, I'm so sorry, but our game is not for money. Thank you. Goes back.
And Bryn looks at Mr. Wolf, Old Man Wolf, and then looks back at Aviro and he's like, after we're done, I would like to play a game or 2 for money.
What's your
All right?
What's your what do you what how much are you looking at?
I mean, I've got a little money to play around with.
I don't want to take all your money. That's what I'm trying to say. So.
Well, we don't need to worry about that, certainly. Anyway, we don't need to worry about that right now.
Do you want dice, cards, or what
dice.
kind of
dice?
Oh, okay.
Give us about a half an hour here. We're just about to finish up, and then you and I can play.
All right, he slams his drink and goes, kind of sits.
And I look back at Aviro. I'm like, that's how you do it, Aviro.
How you do what? We're already in a game. Why would you schedule another while you're in the middle of one that you haven't finished yet?
Because I'm going to make some money. I'm going to take him for all he's worth.
We are making money. We're on a job.
I'm going to make more money.
Oh.
By beating his ass.
Do you recognize that the odds of particular card counting or dice control manipulation is very, very, very slim? Your odds of actually winning anything are not worth the risk, in my opinion.
I do recognize that, Aviro, actually, and I would pull out 2 dice from my little pouch, and I would roll them, and I'd be like, I mean, statistically, it's 1 out of 6, but I find that sometimes, and she rolls them again, and you notice they come up the same, and I find that sometimes luck is, and rolls them again, and they're the same, and what we make it, and rolls them again, and they're the same, and
you're cheating.
It's such a hard word, Aviro.
No, Brynn, you're so much better than that. If you're going to win.
Aviro, think about it. Would you rather have money in my pocket, where I might do some good with it and buy some armor and save some puppies from a fire? Or would you rather have him have it?
I'd rather have him have it if it means that you had to cheat in order to get it.
And Brynn just kind of rolls her eyes and be like, "Well, let's finish the game.
All right, it's your deal.
3 matchsticks in the pot." And she would like and deal with whatever they're playing.
Bryn's
And,
trying to
Like,
end the
you-
game
you-
as fast as
yeah.
possible. Here, I'm all in. Let's go.
And you can see Aviro is taking his
Yeah,
time,
right.
very, very slowly considering his hand. Oh.
My grandmother bets faster than you, Aviro.
Well, I call and raise you 4.
Terrific. All in.
I fold.
Good. And Brynn has a just dog shit hand, and she's like, and she
Oh.
takes all her matchsticks and puts them back in their little case. And then she winks and she'd be like, "Now on to the big game." And she stands up and she'd be like, "Let's gamble." And she goes over to Old Man Wolf.
Before we start, I just want to know what your limit is.
I mean, I probably have about 15 gold to monkey around with
All
total.
right, so 15 gold will be the limit. Okay, got it. Do we? Yeah, okay. And he pulls out this big, like, looks like tobacco cigar, and just starts lighting it up and just kind of chewing on it, and as he's smoking a little bit, he's like,
Mhm.
dice, okay. And your dice? You got dice?
Yep. Brynn sets them down in the middle.
Okay.
And I would say, so she has another set of dice that's like legit.
Mm-hmm.
And then her like trick dice are like hidden up. She has all kinds of shit
Yep.
places to hide things on her. I imagine she has like one of her hands wrapped, and in the wrap is where she keeps the trick dice.
Okay. So what are you using the regular dice first or the trick dice?
Regular dice first.
Okay. How do you want to do the dice rolling to see? Do you want to just do just a regular roll with deception, a society, diplomat, athletic? I mean, I don't know.
I could do the sleight of hand is not a thing.
Well, there is sleight of hand.
This is
Oh no, there's no sleight of hand. Thievery.
There's
It's
no
thievery.
sleight of hand anymore.
Yep,
Thievery.
it's thievery.
I would go thievery for my bonus. And do you just want me to make a thievery roll?
Yeah, make a thievery roll.
Okay.
I would go. He's gonna abuse performance.
Oh, is he cheating too?
No, he's not cheating.
Oh. Good.
He's cheating too.
Well, that's why would he need to fucking perform? He's just rolling dice.
No, he's just
presumably.
rolling. He's just rolling. Yeah, he's just rolling the dice. So,
Amazing. Brynn got a 34 on her thievery roll.
he got a 10. He's not very good at performance. I'll tell you that. It's not even a skill that he has. But I just threw it out. He's like, okay, and he kind of looks at it. He's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, all right. Few coins go your way, and stuff like that. And as the course of the evening kind of goes, he's just kind of
I would say Brynn kind of strategically mixes in the trick dice that roll what she needs to roll. But then like she doesn't ever push too hard. Like she kind of like uses them for a roll or two, but then switches back to the regular dice so as to not arouse suspicion.
Okay. And we're gonna do one more roll for the rest of the for the next hour and seeing how things go.
Thievery again.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
That's a 31.
Okay. He rolled a 22 this time.
Oh.
And as he's kind of doing that, you're about 12 gold up right now. And he just kind of looks at you, and he just gets this kind of smirk on his face. And he's just like, he just gets a smirk on his face, and he just pulls out 3 more gold pieces and just slides them in front of you. If you're gonna keep using that loaded dice, it's just here. He rolled a 40 on his perception.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I rolled a nat. Let me rephrase that. He rolled a 40 on his first perception. He rolled a 48 on his natural 20 perception. And he just slid the 3 gold pieces to you.
Brynn looks over her shoulder.
If you,
Has
yeah,
a vi-
just here, I'm
She
okay
looks
with
over her shoulder. Has Aviro gone to bed?
it. Probably.
She looks over her shoulder. She sees the little, like, I imagine like a candle glow in his little tower. And she kind of like slides the 3 pieces back and be like, I will let you keep this if you promise not to tell my elven friend.
He is not pissed. He's entertained. He's not
Oh,
pissed at all. He's just kind of like, okay. You can tell he is just this laid back, chilled, just like
I
nothing
love
freaking
him.
bothers him. Just barbarian of a man.
Oh my god.
Off,
Brynn
yeah,
would keep
I
Brynn
was
would
gonna
keep what
say,
she won.
based off your thievery roll and a perception roll. Like, actually, give me a perception roll based off of how
Okay.
this is going.
Okay. That's only a 22. I blew all my good rolls on the
You're
fucking
pretty
thievery, so it didn't even
sure
matter.
you're pretty sure he's a higher level than you.
Oh,
Like a much
so
higher
think?
level than you.
okay. Brynn would like just stand up and leave the 3 gold and just be like, so no hard feelings?
He's just kind of
Does he compliment her on at least having the guts to try?
he smirks, yeah, and he
Like,
he just
is
drink. He's
there
just
some
drinking.
admiration or anything?
Yeah, he's just drinking. Like, yeah, he is not phased one bit that you used dice, trick dice on him.
Awesome. Okay.
You're
Like,
pretty
"Oh,
sure why he asked how much you were gonna max out at. He's just like, all right, here, gold to him. You get the feeling
it's just
it's
Just doesn't
just
care.
nothing.
doesn't care.
What an enigma. Brynn would just kind of like Brynn like kind of as she's like standing up and kind of smiling and she just kind of like kind of nods at him like in respect and she would head out and she would go to bed.
Yeah. Next day,
'Cause she knows she did a really fucking good job. Like she was in the zone.
oh yeah,
And when she is in that mode, I don't think she's probably ever been caught if she's doing that like that good.
oh
And
no.
so like there's definitely like a mutual respect.
And generally, even when you're caught, like when you're doing, you would anticipate anger or like
Mm,
a beatdown or like money back.
mhm.
And this was like a completely non-reactive, like no reaction, just like, all right, whatever.
Brynn does sleep uneasily because she kind of thinks that maybe
Wait,
like
wait, wait,
once
wait,
she goes
wait.
to sleep, like she
How
kind of
much?
like crunches her neck in. Kinda like,
How much of this did Glastoc like realize was going on?
Um, how much? Give me a perception check. Let's see.
Okay, because he wasn't like on top of them watching, but
if Brynn's gambling, she's probably cheating. I think that's
well,
a
yeah,
fair
no,
guess.
but I want to know how much of like the afterwards when she got caught,
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Glastoc
yeah.
knows.
Give me a roll.
31.
Yeah, you saw it all, and there was not. It was like no reaction.
remarkable.
All right, so when Brynn comes back, when she's done and she comes and lays down, I'm assuming she and Glastoc, their bedrolls are probably
Oh
fairly
yeah,
close
Oh, yeah.
together
we're
and stuff.
close.
Glastoc's going to be laying on his back, and as she gets into her bed, he's going to go, "Well, that went well."
It's like Brynn kind of like huffs and like lays down and gets all wiggled into her like sleeping bag. She's like, well, I'm 12 gold richer. What about you, old man? And she like kind of rolls over quickly, like pissed.
Yeah.
And she rolls over one more time. She's like, and I made a friend. She like rolls
can totally see her doing that.
Just
And I made a
so
friend.
pissed, be like, and
Just has to get the last word in.
exactly. Exactly.
So that was like day 4 night. Nothing happens that night.
Jay,
Yes.
as we go along, Aviro is cataloging the local flora and fauna.
Oh
Of
my
course he
god.
is.
Perfect. Yeah. Not a problem at all.
It's amazing.
Next day, as you're kind of another uneventful day. Stuff except later in the afternoon, as you are going, there's another merchant cart, actually 3 coming your way.
Hmm.
And as you get closer and kind of exchange, all of a sudden, this particular cart has several armed guards around it wearing the same uniform.
Mm.
Wow.
And what you can hear as you're getting closer, and as you're traveling, as you're getting a little bit closer, let me rephrase that. There are 2 carts with blue colored armored guards with spears. And as you're getting closer, they start chanting, ROA, ROA, hoo ha, hoo ha, hoo ha ha, ROA, ROA, hoo ha, hoo ha, hoo ha ha. And it's very
You hear Brynn go douchebags under her breath.
it's very evident of an intimidating tactic to help prevent bandits from attacking and carts. And as you are rolling past, and you can see on the side, you see this distinctive ROA on the carts. And this particular interesting black and purple logo that's kind of in around this ROA. And you recognize it. And Aviro specifically, as you're looking at it, as the Rough Organic Aces Merchant Company.
What? That sounds like an IPA.
The Rough Organic Aces. That is run. This particular merchant company is run by. Let me. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta pull it up real quick.
As Jay is pulling it up, I would lean to Glastoc and be like, as much as big douches as they are, we should get uniforms. I would add an air of legitimacy.
Oh, like you're going to be able to get a Vero in a uniform.
Not like a uniform, but like I don't know, some kind of coordinated color. Something.
I mean, a coordinated color I could see. They're having this full
Actually, I
in-depth
really like the idea
conversation
that we
about
have.
this.
No, I think it's a great idea. We have
Mommy
we
and daddy
can-
are talking.
No,
And-
I have opinions. If we all are allowed to sort of design our own, it's a coordinated color scheme with general, a sort of solid with perhaps a color trim, perhaps an
Yes.
emblem for ourselves that we each are. I would of course want a robe. Glastoc, you'd want some sort of tunic-y loincloth. I don't know. And Brynn would want some form of also what is that face? What is that face?
Sorry, that was Carrie noticing the side chat. Brynn is listening intently and agreeing with you every step of the way.
I think it's a great
Aviro,
idea.
You specifically picked this up, but I'm going to say Brynn and Glastoc, as they get closer and you realize as you see the logo, this is the Girth Woodlake Trading Company. ROA.
Now remind me, okay, for the audience at home, and definitely not me, because obviously I remember. Girth Woodlake, wasn't he the merchant guy back in Sandpoint?
Rough Organic Aces is Rocky's merchant company.
Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It is a ripoff of Rocky's Natural Ones.
Mm. to Glastoc takes off his glasses and just goes, Now, okay. Question.
You have just realized that Rocky, under the human form of Girth Woodlake, created a merchant company called the Rough Organic Aces as part of a sub branch of his merchant escort company.
Okay.
which is a
Brynn,
direct humorous FU or a humorous connection to the natural ones.
natural ones. What a dick. This is fucking infringement on intellectual property. That motherfucker's gonna get sued. We should so I guess as Brynn kind of realizes what this is, she realizes she's kind of been gawking at the side of this cart.
Mhm.
And as soon as she realizes, she kind of like turns her face away and like kind of like when you like see somebody that you don't want to see you, like she does like that thing.
Do you do anything as you pass?
Nope.
They just
Nope.
keep going. and
Kind of
just
hide my
pass.
face.
They just pass and they're down. And as they get a little bit further, they stop chanting the Arrowway, Arrowway, ooh-ah, ooh-ah. And then it's, keep going.
I lean to Glastoc and be like, I'm not just going crazy, right? That was
Did you
who I
know,
thought
are
it
you?
was. Well, probably a little bit. But that was who I thought it was, right?
Yes.
Ugh. Well, we definitely need uniforms. And Brynn rides ahead like a little bit. She's just riding up ahead. I would imagine we've kind of been behind and around the cart. Brynn's riding about 50 yards up ahead of the cart now.
And as the evening kind of comes, as you're getting close to settling down, it's starting to get a little bit dark. And as you're kind of moving around, your horses start to buck a little bit.
Hmm.
And as you're riding, and all the horses even start to buckle a little bit. And just like they sense something. And about,
So
go ahead.
I was going to say, so the horses are sensing something, but what's his name isn't.
Old Man Wolf isn't?
At this moment, you don't see him reacting to anything.
Okay.
And then
Brynn-
all of a sudden, about
I was going to
50
say, it must
feet
be more
away,
magical.
to the left, to the right of you, in some grassy kind of stony area, suddenly the ground just starts to shake as it erupts, and this large, let me give you a description, this large bluish, deep blue creature, worm-like creature, sprouts out of the ground with large teeth on top and two mandibles with a big mouth and inside serrated jaws, as this large worm crashes through, spilling around, and then turns its focus upon you and this thing. This is a
Okay.
gigantic worm.
Okay.
This is a huge
Okay.
worm, and I would like you to roll initiative.
God.
Yay.
Oh, God. I always choke at initiative. Dirty 20. Fuck. Nat 20?
Nat 20, 30%.
Wow.
Thank you.
Glastoc.
Hot dice.
What was it, 30?
33.
Okay. Aviro?
18.
Woo!
Vera is shocked that there is suddenly a giant worm in front of him.
Oh my God. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Glastoc.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 50 feet away. What would you like to do?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is dismount.
Okay.
That's going to take an action, correct? All right, and I'm not going to screw around, and I'm going to cast a 4th level Searing Light at it.
God damn.
Perfect.
God. Yes.
Spell attack roll 20.
A 20?
Yeah.
Searing light comes towards it. It hits kind of and just kind of bounces off.
Yeah. Oh, that's all my actions. Okay.
That'll do her.
Brynn.
Oh, good. Okay. Am I close enough to strike, or do I need to get to it
You
first?
need to spend, I will say, if you give me an athletics check, you could do a leap off your horse as
Athletics check
part
is
of
a
your movement to get close to it.
37.
Yeah, boom, you jump off. And what's your movement?
My movement is 25.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use 2 movements to get to it for 1
Mm.
attack.
Okay. Well, I do that.
Okay.
And
As
I
this
attack him with my
large thing is
rapier.
just, I mean, it is huge, gargantuan. Just as you come up and you,
25 to hit him.
as you try to get your rapier in, it just kind of boings off of
Oh
it.
my god, we're
It's
fucked.
thick,
We're fucked. We're
thick
fucked.
plates around where the belly is. Just is it just doesn't. Mm-mm.
And I'm done.
Okay. Vero,
I'm gonna cast sleep on it. How far away is it?
it's about 60 feet away from you.
60 feet away. All right. Well, I use one action to move 30 feet up to 30 feet away from it, and then I cast sleep on it.
Okay. Uh, so it needs to make a saving throw, or is it DC with the sleep?
Yes, it is a will save.
Okay, what is your DC?
That's a wonderful question. 26.
It's a 26. So what does your sleep spell look like as you start casting it around this gigantic head?
Uh, it looks like he because everything Aviro does is numbers and
Mhm.
formulae. He scribbles his formula in the air, and he pushes it towards it, and the scribbles and numbers turn into a soft, gentle breeze of symbols swirling around it with little bells that chime,
Okay.
and very light, fluffy snow falls. Illusory, of
Illusionary.
course,
Yep.
but just relaxing, peaceful vibe of the whole thing.
Okay. Um, and as you are like doing all this in front of its head, and it doesn't matter on hit dice or hit points or anything like that, it's just saving throw, correct?
Yep,
Okay. So as it
yep.
starts doing this, its head just starts to drop slightly and then just goes shakes twice and just unaffected.
Unaffected.
Okay.
Unaffected.
Um,
Hooray.
Brynn,
Yeah.
does it
No.
also affect? So it's only one target, or does it multiple targets?
It's a 5 foot burst around it.
So, I would say because it's not because it's high enough in the head, Bryn, you would not have to make a saving throw
Good.
because it's like about 10 feet high right now.
As you're casting this spell, I imagine from across the battle, you hear Bryn go, Aviro, no! And as you do it, you don't know exactly what happened because she's like on the other side of this worm. And then as soon as it goes off, you see her like poke her head around, just like, which, like, thank God you didn't hurt her or make her go to sleep, but also, uh-oh, there's a hell to pay.
There's hell to pay. Do you
Okay.
want me to just
Yuck.
I'm trying to help.
Bryn, does a 31 hit you? Or 32,
Yeah,
I'm
it
sorry, a 32 hit you.
Oh, yeah, it
Is that a critical?
No.
Okay. Okay. That's important.
Oh.
Um,
I came back at the right time.
so
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
this thing moves its body and just kind of just smacks you with its body as if like a 15-foot wide, thing. And you take 24 points of damage as this heavy rubbery body just kind of smacks into you.
Oh.
That's its first attack.
Excuse me?
That's its first attack.
I heard.
And then as it's coming up and just kind of looking around and looking at more things, and he suddenly this tail comes out of the ground and there's a stinger on it. And he's just kind of just as he's looking more for and something, and suddenly the stinger comes towards you because you're the only thing in its range right now. Ooh, dang. A 33 hits you.
Yeah, it's still not a crit.
Dang. I'm rolling like crap.
I thought that was dang because you felt bad because you were rolling well.
No,
and you hurt me.
I'm rolling like crap.
Oh,
That's
we need to get the fuck out of here.
15.
It's bad.
You take 30 points of damage as the stinger just grabs you into it, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw versus poison. Or Fortitude saving throw. Excuse me. Fortitude saving
I was
throw.
just gonna ask you. Okay.
Fortitude saving throw.
Versus Poisson.
What versus Poisson?
19.
Yes, unfortunately, that does not save.
God damn it.
And you are for the first round, you have a stage 1, which is the first round. You are clumsy 2, and you take 14 more points of poison damage.
Oh.
Top of the round. That's not. What would you like to do?
Everyone in the world notices how fucked up and in trouble Brynn is.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing is Glastoc's going to move. He's going to use one action to move, so that puts him 30 feet away.
Okay.
Because it was 50 at the start, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I'm going to cast Heal on Brynn, because if I use 2 actions, I get a range of 30 feet on it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
Paging Dr.
So
Emergency.
the spell range 30 feet, healing a living creature, and get to increase the hit points and stuff. So it's 48 plus 32. So Brynn gets 49 hit points back.
Brynn is very happy about that. Thank you. Guess how many hit points I have right now, guys?
Oh.
69.
Nice.
So that was 2 actions.
That's my turn.
Okay. Which brings us to Brynn.
That's it.
Yes.
Great. Okay. See here. Okay. I guess I rolled like garbage last time. I'm gonna try. Can I as maybe one of my actions, can I try to analyze and see if he has any weak points?
Yeah, that's a recall knowledge nature roll.
Okay. Nature. At a 25.
Yeah. What I can say is that this particular gigantic worm is you've heard of these things. It's an Arzu worm, and I will put it in the thing. Arzu worm. I'm gonna double check. Oh no, I spelled it wrong.
Arzu worm.
It is a CR 15. It is AC is about over 30. It has a bite that swallows, a stinger. And it can if it bites you, you are pretty much gonna get swallowed whole.
Okay. Brynn would, I think, yell out to Aviro. And she would say, Glastoc and I hold it off for a little bit. Aviro, you have to go back to the cot and tell him to take another path. Take another path, wide around. And Brynn would strike at this thing.
Okay.
We're not gonna win. So we just gotta like Glastoc, we have to like freaking waste a little time and then rejoin them later.
Okay.
If there is a later for
So give me an attack.
Great. Here I go. Fuck. Do I have one hero point this session, maybe?
Oh, let's see. Since you so kindly begged, yes.
Yay. Here I go. That's much better, motherfucker. That is a 36 to hit him.
Wow, you found one of those openings. You just got through just barely.
Like,
got
does he
through.
have like sections like a
Yep,
millipede?
you just got barely through one of those sections. You hit him.
Yes.
So damage.
Yes. Oh my god! I did it! Guys! It happened! Oh! And then plus 8 because it's deadly. 17 points of damage.
Did you're clumsy? You're at clumsy 2. So you
What
would
does
have
that minus 2?
yeah, it would have been -2 on your attack because your dexterity goes down by 2.
Sorry. 36 then to hit him.
That still hits,
Still
yes.
hits? Okay. And then does it minus damage as well or no?
No. It's just that.
Okay. Then that was whatever I said for damage. 17, I think.
Okay, 17 points of damage. Yeah, you just got it in there really, really well. Okay. Aviro. Oh no, what else are you doing? Because that was that was one action. What are your 2 other actions?
If
The
if a
one
36
nature
barely hit, I can't hit it.
the nature check did not
Oh no,
count
that
as
was
an
an
action.
No, that was an action. So that's 2
So I
actions.
do still have one
Yep,
more.
you have one more.
I guess. Let's deny advantage. I guess I'll just try to attack him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to attack him again. Here I go. That's a 28.
28. That misses. Yeah, it
So
kind of bounces
26.
off of that. Yep.
Okay. And I'm done.
Okay. Vero.
Aviro shouts back at Brynn, "What are you doing? We should all run! Why aren't you attacking it?" And then he casts a spell.
And what are
Aviro,
you
go!
attacking?
God damn it.
So Aviro casts a spell, and it has to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna have some fucking
What
words
is
after this.
what is the DC of your fortitude save?
I assume it's just my spell DC at
Yep.
26.
Okay.
26.
It has no effect.
It has no effect, meaning
he made a save, yes.
Meaning it is a success.
He successfully rolled his over 26 on his fortitude.
Okay, that does not mean that it has no effect.
Oh, I'm sorry. So let me rephrase that. So it's a 26, correct?
Correct.
So
even if he saves, that does
but
not
it is not a
necessarily
critical save. He saved, but
Okay.
it's not a critical save. Yes.
So he saved when I was on a critical save.
Yes.
The target is now fatigued and enfeebled for 1 round. I just cast Day's Weight on him, and I fast forwarded time to the end of the day.
Okay. So it
is now
feeble on
for 1 minute. He has fatigued and enfeebled for 1 round.
Okay. All right.
Would you run, please?
Nice.
Brynn, through the whole like action of it, you see her look at you and she is pissed. Pissed. And like a little bit scared and pissed. And that's it.
So Brynn, I want to double check on something because I need you to make another fortitude saving throw, please.
Okay. Fortitude save. Here I go. 21.
Yep. No. You take 8 more points of poison damage, and you have an additional clumsy 2, which I'm double checking on exact because you can't move as well is what this is saying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, okay.
I want to verify exactly what that condition like the first thing it sees is um I'm trying to understand what exactly that means. And what that is, your movements become clumsy. Clumsy, you status penalty equal to the value to your dexterity checks, DCs, ACs, reflex saves, range attacks, and skills using acrobatics, stealth, and thievery. So currently, right now, you have a -4 on your on all of those.
Ouch. Okay.
And you are a
Alright, thanks.
clumsy
4.
4. No, I'm trying to remember if I'm reading this correctly. Um, yeah, I'm gonna say I might be doing it wrong, but I think it's 4. Yeah, you're at clumsy 4. Yeah, so you have -4 on your
But
on all that
it
stuff.
doesn't affect her actual move speed though.
I
Not
don't think so.
necessarily, no.
'Cause that's not a dex-based skill.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay. Got it. Yep, yep.
but yeah. Um, so that's that turn, and it's just kind of looking at you, looking, and as it's looking, you see Old Man Wolf jump down out of the car and leisurely walk towards this thing. And said, you could tell that he says something. He's like, hey. And this thing just looks at him. And he's getting closer to it. And this thing is just like his mouth is focused on it. It's gonna take one attack on Brynn. And it's gonna it's gonna hit you with its tail and just kind of like or body and just kind of like push you or like shove you out of the way.
Yep.
It is at a -1, by the way, because it is enfeebled.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, he's got a
Both to
-1.
both to hit
Thank you.
and on strength
Dang.
for damage.
Thanks, Jeff.
I am rolling like crap.
Oh,
It's
darn.
still a 33.
Yeah, that hits.
And you were
Now,
gonna
so
Yep.
AC
Mhm.
is affected by this?
Yeah.
So my AC goes down by
Yes.
4?
Yeah.
So actually, if that's a 33 and you did minus the 1,
Mhm.
so that's a crit now.
Okay, that is.
Never let it be said I wasn't honest.
You take 37 points of damage and is
Oh.
pushed 15 feet back.
Okay.
Oh, now she's next to me. Okay,
I
good.
was just gonna say, let's
Yep.
get the fuck out of here. 30. Wow.
Okay. Top of the round.
Okay.
I imagine
So-
it's like that anime
So
thing where the character
Brynn,
gets
so
knocked
Brynn
back,
is like 5 feet away from me now or
Yeah.
something.
Mhm.
right next to you.
Um, check something real quick.
Don't like that sound.
Okay.
How bad does Brynn look right now?
I don't know. Very bloody. Very
Yep.
bloody.
He seems to be like semi-conscious. You can't tell, but like it's just she's very clumsy right now. It's not going well.
Okay,
Mhm.
check something. All right. So is she close enough to me where I don't have to move?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to use 2 actions and cast neutralize poison on Brynn.
Okay. Nice.
So thank you.
That's the first thing.
Okay. Um,
Uh,
She gets a saving throw. Is autoed.
You pour healing damage to the target, attempt a counteract check against the poison.
Okay, give me a DC 20 plus your spell.
My spell modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, which I gotta check.
And is it versus the DC of the poison then?
Oh, I guess it just says a counteract check.
Okay.
So
All right, go for it. Roll.
33.
Ooh, 33. You know, I'm gonna say yes. It counteracts the poison. Yes.
Yay! So all my clumsy goes away?
Not yet.
Okay.
You do not take any more poison damage, and you don't take any more clumsy because it normally goes for 6 rounds. But yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
What happens at, like, clumsy 10?
Uh, you get fine, but when you go to clumsy 0, you pass out completely.
Okay. And use my last action, I'm going to use my healer's gloves, which I've never used before.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I can, it's once per day, I can soothe the wounds of a living adjacent creature and restore 2d6 plus 7 hit points to that creature.
Okay.
Ooh. So
I am a willing creature.
yes, you are. Hold on, I gotta roll 2d6. So you get 11 hit points back.
Ooh, okay.
And that's all my actions.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Uh, which brings us to Brynn.
Okay. I guess I would look at Glastoc and I would be like, "We need to go." Right?
Yes.
And she would fucking take off. I guess she would take off back towards the cart, which has
Mhm.
still not fucking moved, and, she would run back towards the cart.
Okay.
How far back is the cart?
About 30 feet.
Okay.
20
So
feet.
she
20
would
feet.
run
About 20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah.
She would get
Okay.
to the cart
Okay.
and she would tell them if there was, like, a fork in the road
Mhm. No, they
recently.
it's just like they're gonna keep going. So they're gonna be ahead a little bit, but you can get your horse.
Okay, I would wanna tell them to, like, take a different path, like, around this thing.
Well, see, so if they keep going straight, it's fine. This thing is on the right side attacking you.
Oh, oh.
So
Oh,
they
oh,
can
oh,
just keep going forward and
okay.
it won't.
So, yeah, I would get on my horse, and I would tell the guy driving the wagon, "We have to go, and we have to go fast."
Okay. And you're going to make it here and get on your horse. That's kind of what you're
Yes.
going to be able and
Yes.
reaction telling. Which
Yep.
brings us to Aviro.
As soon as Aviro sees Bryn starting to retreat, finally he'll turn and he'll start hoofing it.
So you get to get up to where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
This
And then
mod,
tells the driver exactly what
Yep.
what Bryn just told the driver.
So as you're looking back, this thing is lurching up, and there's just Old Man Wolf is here. It comes to like bite him. He steps aside and just crashes into the ground as it comes up, and then his stinger comes at him, and he just turns slightly as it just goes right by him. And then
What a
Old Man
stud.
Wolf just goes, and 3 blades come out of his bracers, and he jumps
Awesome.
up and runs up and
Listen here,
just
bub.
slices him. And then the second one with a 19 slices as it decapitates the head of this worm. And it just crashes down.
It is a really good thing that Bryn is not here
No, you
because
saw this,
he
Bryn.
is
You saw this. Everyone will see this as he just comes up and jumps down as this body and thing just falls down, and he just lands.
Aviro can't look.
And he just
Oh,
turns around
I
slightly.
can't look away.
He's just slightly bloodied as and just kind of wipes his hand, just kind of does this with his hands. These retractable, they're actually called um Kagi. They're like bla- bracer blade that come out.
Oh,
And but what Aviro, you notice that these are high quality, like black metal,
Hmm.
and they're magical. They're definitely shining with magic.
Okay.
Very, very
Uh.
sharp. And I will even give you Vorpal,
Oh.
and hence why he
Oh.
was able to slice through this thing's head and decapitated it.
Oh. Oh.
And he just, old man Wolf just kind of saunterly walks slowly back to the cart.
As he
Bryn's
walks
jaw
past
is hanging
Aviro,
open.
as he walks past Aviro, Aviro prestidigitates some of the blood away as he goes, just cleaning him up.
And he just kind of nods, and he just keeps walking and sits down and just kind of goes,
Oh.
See, Jay, you went through that whole big description of what he looked like. You could have just said he looks like Hugh Jackman.
um, would you
Bryn just
like to
goes,
give me a perception check at this moment, or investigation check?
"Thank you."
No,
Perception.
fine.
I will.
16. Aviro
I will
is.
perceive. I will perceive so hard. I got a 28.
Aviro wants to look nowhere near this thing.
Glastoc?
Oh. 22.
In the levels, you're pretty sure he's 20th level.
Oh, of course he is.
Barbarian.
I'd say so.
And he literally is just, yeah, he is. He doesn't look like Hugh Jackman, though. More like a Cavill.
Oh my god.
In body wise. And yeah, and he just kind of saunters back, and the cart just keeps going.
Wow. Oh. Okay. Bryn is quiet on this trip. She is very quiet. You can tell she's hurt, like you can hear her kind of like grunt as certain like the jostling of the horse like hits something that hurts, and she's just kind of like not talking to anybody, and she's not even talking to Glastoc, which is weird.
Quite odd.
Aviro
Yeah.
Aviro
Well,
rides up. Go
Glastoc
ahead.
would cast another heal on Brynn to make sure she's okay.
Aviro rides up next to Brynn and doesn't look at her, but says, "I'm sorry I didn't run when you told me to, but you also didn't run when I told you to. And I worry about you." And then he rode off, separated, and gave her space.
Brynn, you get another 37 hit points back.
Nice.
Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And for the audience, this was already planned before Deadpool and Wolverine came out. So
That's awesome.
just saying, this was
I
already
would say,
planned.
do we at least reach camp uneventfully that night?
Oh yeah, very much so. And by morning, you'll be fully hit pointed. So
Can I do one thing at camp that night?
yes, you can.
So Brynn gets her shit all set up, and she gets her horse desaddled and all of that like camp stuff. And then Aviro, she would come up to you, um, and she would smack you right in the fucking face. And you can see that she's like shaking. And she would just be like, "Next time, just do what I tell you to do. I know what I'm talking about."
All right.
And then as
But
these
you also need to agree to know when to run. and to not put yourself in unnecessary danger again.
Brynn
I
kinda,
will
like
I will listen to you if you will also listen to me.
as he's, like, pointing at her, she would, like, whack his hand out of the way and, like, gather him up and, like, hug him. And
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
it whap, boom. It happens so fast, you, like, don't even really, like, realize
He
until
squawks then.
you're
He squawks.
in her grasp. And she would just be, like just hugs you, like, for a long time. It's almost like in boxing, like a clench.
Mhm.
Like a clinch.
You
Mhm,
get the
mhm.
you get the sense that she might be, like, she's crying, and she's kinda, like, trying to not pull away until she kinda gets herself under control, and she would just be like, "It's a deal."
All right, it's a deal.
I can
And
see
she's like,
Aviro kind of like,
And you see him
"There, there, don't be crying."
you see him pull out a quill and a parchment, and you see him put them back. We're not gonna make a contract on that.
This is plenty. This is
Wow. That's growth.
our
Right?
word is her bond. And as soon as he says, does he say that out loud?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bryn goes, "You're learning." And then she would, like, go back over towards, where her bedroll is.
I imagine a long shot as she's walking away. She's very far away, and
Yeah.
he's over here.
Mhm.
Learning what?
Yeah.
And at that moment, a letter appears in front of you with this distinct, nice stationery.
oh
It's
God.
slightly nicer and the glow is slightly different.
In front of who?
And there is a P on the
Oh,
embodiment
Pepper.
It's Pepper!
In front
In
of
front of who?
what is it?
Me or
in front of a Vero.
Oh,
Oh! Is there perfume on it?
It does smell
I mean,
sweet.
it's pepper. I mean, like everything has a scent to it.
Yep.
This is special.
Like-
This is different.
And a Vero, I'm not going to make you roll, but this is a greater stationary of sending. This is a much more
Oh.
powerful, a higher level than your stationary sending. And you will
I'll say it's
notice
great.
that because
It's the Sendmaster 2K. It's all the latest.
it
Send
has
Master 2K.
it is a more letter. So you actually have more words that can be written in this
Cool.
particular one. And the letter says,
It's high quality.
"Dearest Aviro, traveling on the carriage with Talico, Goblin, and Timon, and Ren has been very quaint. Poor Ren is still recovering and will be doing my best to be there when she needs comfort. She sleep talks a lot, which wakes our caravan. And by talking, I mean screams. He sleep screams. Ren mumbles my name a lot. Poor thing. Alco and Goblin have been very helpful in calming her. Aside from being my supportive self, I felt excited about going back to the temple library. How are you faring? How's Glastoc? How's Brynn? Any developments with the Shaws? Hope we get to the temple soon. Peppa.
Oh.
He immediately pulls out a quill and some parchment and some stationery and starts writing back and tells her literally everything that has happened since
How
they
many
last spoke.
how many stage you don't have a greater stationary. You just have the
No.
regular one.
Yeah. So it's probably like 5 pages.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind writing that down for me in your spare time, so I have it in my log to send to Pepper.
Oh my god. Oh my
You want me to
god!
like actually write out what the
Just
response
write,
is?
yeah, just write out
Okay.
when on your spare time, write out what you would say and just highlight what potentially, but you don't have to write everything, but just highlight so that I have a record of it so that I can,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah,
Awesome.
the evening's kind of going, the everything's quieting, going down. Anything else happening in the evening?
For me.
Yep. Last talk.
Oh, Aviro goes to Brynn. Aviro goes and finds Brynn, and he has a deck of cards. And he says, Brynn, I want to teach you a game my sister taught me when I was very young. You want to play? It's not a money game.
I imagine Bryn is kind of like almost getting ready to go to bed, and she would like at first, just for a second, she kind of looks annoyed, and then she like smiles and she's like, "Yeah, sure." And she would like smooth out her sleeping bag to like for them to sit on it, and she would sit crisscross applesauce and like ready to
It's
play.
So he pulls out the deck and he starts dealing. It's
Uh-huh.
called Go Yuck for Self. I do not know what language this is. I do not know where it comes from, but it's a game in which you're trying to create pairs or quads, and you're trying to ask for like if you're trying to collect twos, you ask the
Uh-huh.
other person, do you have any twos? And if they
Oh
don't
god.
have any, they say go yuck for self, and then you have to draw add to your hand until you
Interesting.
get what you're looking for, and then you place those pairs or
As
those quads down as you
as
go.
Brynn is gazing at Aviro with obviously glassed over eyes while he's
Uh-huh.
going through this. She can hear something clink down next to her as Glastoc walks away, and he
Aw.
goes into his.
That's perfect. That's great. And she reaches over and she takes a drink.
So it's basically go fish, but you say go yuck for self.
Yes. Go yuck
Nice.
yourself. Got it. That's amazing. I love it. I love it.
Very
Perfect.
nice. So yeah, the
Oh
evening
god.
goes without issue. You know, and then the next morning, you're getting a little bit closer, and the next day, no problem, no no issues, no encounters, no anything. And by day 7, you're going to be arriving just before dinner. Um,
Uh,
yes,
on the
Earl.
road, Avira wants to like you see him over the course of one of the uneventful days. You see him like looking at Old Man Wolf, and like you see him internally trying to muster up courage to go talk to him, and eventually he does, and he
Ooh,
asks him about the enchantment on his claws, his arm blades, TM. Uh,
and he
he
kind
wants to know
of
who did the enchanting. He wants to know who did the
Hmm.
enchanting.
some wizard a while ago. I don't remember his name.
Well, it's can Avero like look at it and do like a spell recognition
And he
and
pops him
see?
out, and he's like, "Yeah, sure," and sticks it in your face, in Avero's
Oh
face.
my
That's
god.
Give
quite
me
close enough.
give me a craft check.
Arcana,
Arcana,
maybe? Because
sure.
he
Arcana.
specifically is
Yep,
interested. He's not
yep.
interested in
Or
the
give
claw
me
itself. He's
Arcana.
looking
Give
at
me the
he
Arcana.
wants
Yep.
he wants the
Yeah.
Vorpal enchantment.
hmm
Oh God, 22.
So you're pretty sure it is like a +2 striking um uh piece with that has Vorpal on it. It also is keen on it.
Ooh,
So a 19 or 20 will decapitate anything.
ooh-wee.
God damn. God.
Avero
And
was very
Awesome.
impressed.
um and yeah, this and so it's got it's greater striking. It's got the greater striking on it. So this thing does a good 4d4 hit points of
Mhm.
damage. It's got, like I said, it doesn't do a lot, but you're pretty sure with the strength and some of the other skills, it does double damage because he crits a lot. So, but if he
So
crits, he decapitates.
of after making uh very pitiful small talk,
Mhm.
Avero rides back over to Glasstalk and Bryn
Oh, he
and
doesn't
says,
talk. He just grunts at you
no,
as you watch him.
Avero
Oh, and it's
is
made out
making,
of adamantium.
of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Unbreakium. It's made of
Unbreak.
unbreakium.
No,
Yes,
adamantium is
obviously.
actually a real metal in
Is it?
Pathfinder. Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
Awesome.
Aviro is like, mumbling small talk. This guy's not talking back. Aviro will eventually write back over to Bryn Glasstalk and say, I don't know what Mr. Dell needs us for. He
Yeah.
that that gentleman must cost a fortune. What are we here for?
Good question.
I don't
Hmm.
understand. I'll take his money. I
Yeah.
don't understand.
I don't either. He's bad. Oh
That's a
well.
way to put it.
Bryn
Like you
and
said, we'll take his money.
Glassdock. I'm not gonna make you roll, but because it just seems but you've realized that based off Brynn, specifically after that conversation, why do they need you?
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't bother with small fries.
Oh my god.
Goblins,
They
he
needed us
just
for the goblins and him for the fucking
and
giant worm.
anything like a little bit more higher, like bugbear, he just doesn't. It's below him. He just doesn't want to deal with it. So that's why you are being hired for that. Something that could destroy or kill, like he will take care of it.
I am enraged right now. I don't even have a crush on him anymore. Fucking
You realize that he's there for the hot. If there's anything that comes that you can't handle, he takes care of it. But anything that you could take, he's just not going to bother. That's why he never moved off the cart. He sniffed them, smelled them, and said, "Oh yeah, go take care of
Go
him."
take care of him. Oh my god, what a dick. Ugh.
That's information that should have been shared.
Yeah. There was a division of responsibility. Like, I don't mind there being a division of responsibilities. I just want to know about it.
Exactly. It just seems proper and considerate.
And safe. If I knew that we were in charge of this and he was in charge of that, we could make a better game plan. And I wouldn't have run up and nearly died.
Well, to be fair, we've never run into one of those worms before, so we weren't quite sure how difficult it was going to be to deal with.
I suppose. Well, we need some sleep before tomorrow. Are we halfway through this journey yet?
Oh no,
How many
you're
days are
almost
in are
done.
we?
You are
Yeah.
like at the finish line. Like one
Okay.
more day, you're going to be done.
Well, boys, it's time to hit the hay. We're going to be making our last little push for the finish line tomorrow.
Aviro pops up his tower. Good night.
Brynn rolls over.
And as you, like I said, the night kind of comes in. No issue. Like I said, no issues, no So, um, the next day, as you make your way, you're making your way to the on the way, and about halfway to the towards the evening, you start. You're going to arrive at the roadside inn, and let me grab something for you. Here we go. Bum, bum, bum. And roll 20, you will see the roadside inn.
There she
Dun,
is.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
It is a
Oh,
two-story
there she
building.
is. Ooh.
It is a two-story building. And it is a very well outside, like I said, with quite a few um uh doors, things of that nature. A very good seating room. You have your main entrance there. It's like I said, it looks nice, but it's rugged. And like I said, there's it's not pristine, but it's definitely there's an aura around this thing that looks very, very interesting. And as you are getting, like, as you get closer and closer, it's almost dinner time, and you come up and actually, let me back up. Was there anything else during the day or evening that you wanted conversations? Anything else that you wanted to be able to do, or anything like that with the group? With anything with that?
I don't think so.
God. Room 11 looks so cozy cozy. I just want to curl up in that little nook where the bed is. I love it.
So as the stage kind of pulls up, the two drivers will take the carts to us around the corner where the stables are, and getting down, Morgan comes up, she goes, "Well, thank you so much again." Um and by the way, old man Wolf goes with the cart, and just as goes with the cart, he's just gonna sit in the cart, pretty much gonna stay with the cart. And just as it gets around the corner, he kind of just waves up his hand a little bit and gives you guys just a slight wave goodbye as it rounds kind of the corner to the right. And Morgan is like, well, pulls out a bag of coins and Job well done. Thank you again. I know it was a relatively an easy road, but appreciate your services. And there's 14 gold for each of you in the bag.
Hey.
Yay.
Awesome. So I have walked away 26 gold richer.
And as you're standing in front of these doors, you can go inside and you'll be able to make. But what is the goal? Are you going to try to do something right away? Because Aviro, you've been researching, and there is. Are you going to try to go find the shards right away? Are you going to go in for comfort and do something tomorrow? Are you going to do one of the other doors? What is the group going to do?
Well, so what time of day did we get here?
Right before dinner.
Yeah, so I
I assume this is a thing we would have talked about on the road
Yeah, exactly.
amongst the three of us?
Probably.
yeah. I
That is
mean,
this. I'd say I'm so tired.
I'd say let's get ourselves established here and then go
Right.
out first thing tomorrow morning.
Right.
Aviro argues to go right now and is
course he does.
outvoted.
It's a democracy, Aviro.
And is outvoted.
Yeah.
Like, I want to drink, I want to eat, I want to spend some of this gold. I want a hot bath.
Okay.
You,
Yeah,
ha-
I'm
you
surprised
got him on
Aviro
hot bath.
doesn't want a hot bath.
You got him on hot bath. All right, fine. We could have a hot bath. And go tomorrow, I suppose.
Yes.
Now
Right,
you know
so,
that
yeah.
tomorrow, like I said, the locations you're going to is here. It's just a matter of
Like
where.
here in the
You know that there are 2 doors in the at this location that you will potentially try to go to.
I feel like we just don't need to start an active search until, I don't know, we all have all of our hit points back.
well, you should have gotten them all back
Do
by
I?
now.
Okay,
Yeah, all your
okay,
hit
they're
points
all
are back.
back.
Yeah, all your hit
Okay,
points
okay.
back.
Okay, never mind.
So what I will say is, Aviro, with your search and
Mhm.
with your research that you've done, allow me to put something in real quick. So as you're looking around with your research, pick a color.
Green.
All right, we're gonna do green. That door, you see that I just marked?
Yep.
Okay. That door is the one that the whiz bangs referenced as the back door that they ended up seeing some asteroid types things and a chest that potentially in your research might hold the shard. Okay. But this door right here is that door that leads that it has arcane symbols on it that if you put a 4th level spell at the door, it supposedly takes you to something else that might hold the shard or might not. It you had talked about where it sends you somewhere or it's a portal to something else.
I'm going to go very, very casually stroll around the building and do recon on these potential doors.
All right, I'll do recon at the bar.
All right.
I'll stay with Aviro because God knows what'll happen to him by himself.
Okay.
I'm only walking around the building.
Exactly.
So, and there's windows, and as you start walking out, there's windows, and you get accommodations on the 2nd floor, which allow me real quick. So this is the 2nd floor.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna say, are you rooming together or separately?
Depends on how much a
separate
room is.
from the ball. Is it?
It's gonna be a gold piece.
Oh, I'll get my own room.
Glastoc. Glastoc, I'm a bit light on currency.
You just made money from the frickin' trip we just had.
Oh yeah,
You're just
I suppose.
stingy.
What is that?
It's
14? We got
14
14 gold.
14.
I think I
Is-
was feeding the cat when you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
okay. It doesn't look like there's a room with 2 beds.
They're bunk beds, but
There's-
actually some of
there's-
them, I will
There's
say
not.
that
There's-
while some of the pictures only have one, there are double rooms.
Okay.
I will
So-
adjust the next
We're
time
not
we
gonna do
play.
a meet cute where they have to snuggle up together.
No.
No.
Damn it.
He'd sleep in his hammock anyway. So
There are
Yes,
there are
well.
rooms with 2, and then there's bunk beds and stuff like that too. So
Okay.
there are
Okay.
several, and
as
there's
long
3.
as long as there's a room like I would prefer if our rooms are as close together as possible.
Yeah, you're gonna find a room back next to each other. No problem.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so Glastoc will pay for a room for Aviro.
Oh no,
Aw.
it's fine. Aviro, he'll pay for his own. I didn't know we got paid
Yep.
yet. So
Oh.
Aviro.
All right. So what I'm gonna say is, yeah, you get your rooms. They're gonna be close by, no problem. Brynn's at the bar. There's Aviro goes outside,
I'm
and
listening.
there's a lot of
with him.
clientele. There's a lot of individuals here that are adventurers to some merchants and stuff like that. There's waitresses walking around, some very attractive male and female waitresses. But yeah, and then the bartender.
Scary.
Sorry. I can't control what they do. They're just my eyebrows work independently in my face.
Well, we're gonna do outside real quick to finish something up. So as Aviro's walking outside
With Glastoc.
with Glastoc, what I'm gonna go back to the building. What is Aviro doing? Is there anything special that Aviro is doing?
Looking to confirm, to now that he's here, he's cross referencing the stuff from the whiz bangs to what's
Mhm.
actually in front of him and seeing, okay, that's that door, okay, that's that door, and he's looking at them to see if either one of them seems to make more sense to him as to which is the more likely of the two to start with when we get there. And he's looking very conspicuously inconspicuous.
Give me an Arcana check.
Eh. Good lord. 22. I am rolling. I can't roll higher than an 8.
So you're not you know that the door in red, surrounded in red,
Mhm.
has the arcane symbols around it. And
Mhm.
that it's definitely the one that if you put magic into it, it's gonna portal you to somewhere. The
Mhm.
other door looks like a normal door.
And neither of them I don't have any sense as to one or the other. It's just pick one and try it and see what happens.
Kinda. Yeah.
All right, well, if that's the case, then Glassdock, I say we should try this mundane door first, as it proposes the least risk of getting stranded somewhere else. Should we try this
Wait.
one?
Well, time out. Try what?
Try these doors. We're looking for these doors. Did I not?
Right.
Were you not paying attention when I explained the doors?
No. Okay. So we found the doors. Okay.
Mhm.
But these doors just open in and out of the inn.
No. Sorry, this one here, and he points at the red one with the arcane symbols. If you cast a spell at it, it turns into a portal, which is why I'm saying we don't do this one first. When we are finding this shard, we should try the back door first, because if something goes wrong, we're not stuck in another dimension, which is the potential for this door in front of us. We leave this one for last, is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
That sounds good. Okay.
Okay. So you go to the back door and what are you doing at the door? Anything special at the door?
Looking.
Okay, you're looking at the door. It looks like a normal door.
Mm-hmm. Say, Glassdock, do you have that whiz-bang wayfinder?
No, I believe Brynn has it.
We should get here to come out and see if anything happens near these doors. Let's go get her.
Okay.
She's up for a caper.
No, she's up for a drink right now. And so let me talk to her.
As
Alright.
you guys come back into the main bar area, you see Brynn downing one and then like ordering one more.
Does the Aviro come back in, or does Glass?
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay. So both of you come back in. Okay.
Mhm.
Brynn,
Yeah.
The
I've been listening
Wayfinder.
for rumors.
Well, actually,
okay.
which door do you come in?
Front door.
We'll,
The
We've
front
probably
door?
been
back
going in and
around
out
the
the
Because
front
front
door
door.
this
you're
whole
right
time.
here. So I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 doors to the main area, or
Yeah,
5
but
doors. Sorry,
I would assume we would come in through the bottom one, the one, yeah, that one.
the
Yeah.
main door. Okay.
Yeah, the main door.
All right.
Yeah. Because we don't know. I mean, we don't know how often any of these other doors get used.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
It
very
could be
true.
like emergency exits.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know, so we don't want any alarms or anything going.
Yeah. Emergency exit only.
You know what? My mistake. There's only 3 doors. These are windows.
Yeah, I was going to ask that in a
Oh.
second.
I made the mistake. This is the door that has the magical thing around it.
Okay.
My apologies.
Where?
It's to the right.
Over on the right hand side by 10.
Oh, I see.
by
Yes,
10.
that is
Yeah.
the door.
So
Yeah.
that is my mistake on that one. So
So
these
all of this has been taking place.
these
on
are
the right.
windows. Yeah, these are windows. Large windows. That's a door. That's a door. So so there's only 3
I see.
doors into this place. So yeah,
Okay.
you'll go back to the main door. Got it.
The
Yeah.
fire marshal is not happy with the arrangement.
No, he
No,
is not.
it's-
He is
Not
not.
nearly enough
Yeah.
egresses.
So Brynn,
yeah.
Aviro wants to try something, but we need that Wayfinder gadget from the Banks.
Yeah, sure. And Brynn would like dig through her bag and she would like set it on the table and was like,
Yeah.
do you
And
need
we
me
want
or do you
to
just need the
come with
Wayfinder?
us.
Okay. And Brynn would kind of look sadly at the delightful evening that could have been, and she takes her drink and she puts whatever it cost on the bar, and she would be like, lead on. She
Brynn,
just has her little 3 fingers of whatever, and she's walking around here with her drink.
Brynn,
She's
give
got
me
a
a
drink in her
fortitude
hand.
save.
She's-
Oh yeah.
Give me a fortitude save, please.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, no problem.
Good.
You're not affected. No problem at all.
Good. Perfect.
So
I feel
you
good.
go outside,
Yes.
go back.
I feel like as Brynn is reaching for the thing, the Wayfinder, to pick it up off the table, as she stands up, Aviro just snatches it and starts walking.
He doesn't
And
even
Yeah.
think twice. He just grabs it and goes.
and his little cape is doing the snake thing 'cause he's walking
Yep.
fast, and like Brynn rolls her eyes and just grabs her drink and
Yep.
maybe her last mozzarella stick, and you know.
So you go into the back, you go around, you go to that back door. The back door's closed. What do you want to do?
Well, look at the thing, the Wayfinder. I have no idea how to use this thing, correct?
Yep.
Yes, I know how to use it. Do you need help?
Yes, please. And he hands it to Brynn.
That's what I thought. And Brynn like looks at it. She has had a Wayfinder before. Is this thing pointing in any specific direction?
No,
And
no, it's just
no.
it's kind of actually it's kind of just spinning a little bit, and it's just continually spinning. But what you notice is that there's that large crystal that's in there right
Mhm.
now, but yeah, it's
Mhm.
just kind of spinning a little bit, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's like trying to lock onto something it can't.
So then we go around from the back door to the number 10 side door.
Same
Right
thing.
now,
Nothing.
I don't think this thing works like a normal Wayfinder, Aviro. Normal Wayfinder would point us exactly where we needed to go. This is something different. This is
I
something
thought
else.
it might be akin to a compass.
It is
it was-
akin to a compass. Well, that's a Wayfinder is. I
No,
don't
but
know
I mean
exactly.
akin to a compass as like rather than pointing to magnetic north, if we stand next to wherever this fragment is, it would pull the needle. I didn't know it was worth a shot.
It was with a shot.
For whatever reason, it's pointing towards the building. No matter what door, it keeps pointing towards the building.
And as
Oh,
I thought, we probably are not going to get so lucky as to have it point us to the correct door. It's just pointing us. And Bryn would kind of gesture at the whole bar. She says, pointing us here.
all right. I still think we should try the back door first. And
I
then he
have
goes
no-
into the same tirade he did for Glastoc about why
I
you should
have
do
n-
this door as opposed to that door.
I have no preference. And I take a sip of my drink.
Well, if something goes wrong, I'd rather not be stuck in another dimension.
As would I suppose.
Both doors
Excellent,
have
I'm so
different
glad you agree.
dimensions, by the way.
What?
Both doors have dimension. Both doors are supposedly portals to different dimensions.
I thought you said the back door was just a normal door.
It looks like a normal door, yeah, but in your research, it sends you to a
Oh,
different
both of them send you.
Yes, both of them
That
send
was
you
just
to different locations.
oh. Shoot.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
scratch everything that I said about
But the
having a
back one
preference.
looks like a normal door, but the side one does. You can tell by
You
seeing
have to.
there are arcane symbols around it.
Or we still do the back door because I don't have to waste a spell in order to open it.
it's as good a reason as any. Glastoc, what do you think?
I agree.
All right, but not tonight.
No, not tonight.
Okay.
Sick.
Bath
And
tonight.
Brynn would go back to the bar almost with a little spring in her step, and she would order another couple of rounds of mozzarella stick for the guys.
Got it. And as the evening descends, as baths are taken, relaxations, a plan has been formulated. You get into your bed, starting to fall asleep at night with locked doors. That is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Don't love how specific you were with that last sentence. I don't trust it.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks. So for August 21st, we will have a grand adventure potentially. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you again. Please, let's go around and where can we find you and anything coming up? So we're going to start with Jim.
Hi, yeah. So Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter, and I'm here.
Yay!
Yay!
He's an exclusive.
Oh, there is a chance I will be at the Talon and Claw booth at PAX West. That hasn't been confirmed yet.
Nice.
Hey,
Good luck
cool.
with that. Well, thank you, Jim, for being here. Jeff, how about you?
I am also here. I am Jeff, and I love playing this game with all of you people. It is so much fun. Yay, hooray. Good
Yay,
stuff,
hooray.
everybody. I'm looking for a job, so that's where you can find me, is looking like through ZipRecruiter.
Good
That's
luck
what
with
I'm
that,
doing.
Jeff.
Hey, thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you. Carrie, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. That was a lot of fun as always. Other places you can find me, obviously you can find me here on our every other Wednesday night schedule. On Monday nights, we are finishing up our Pathfinder 2e campaign, Scribes and Scrolls, working on getting that wrapped up. And then going to be in a different game, same night, same channel. I don't remember what we're calling that yet, but that's in the works. On Thursday nights, I play on Mini Terrain Domain, Kids on Bikes. And that's fun. There's a lot of storylines kind of hitting some pretty big story beats right now. So that's a blast. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Lots
Very
of fun,
cool.
guys. Thanks again.
Very cool. Hey, I'm Jay, also known as NeoFed3 on the socials. You can find me at GatewayCon in LA at the end of August. I'll be running Shadowport Adventures at the convention, some slug games, as well as some other, and a new game that just got backed on Kickstarter, called why am I forgetting that? It's EA, but it's uh what's a warlock's blast?
Eldritch.
Eldritch. Yes, it's Eldritch Automata. Basically it's horror mechs game. That
Badass.
is been written and the Kickstarter was funded 120%. And I'm back that one. I also have ran that at PAX Unplugged last year and we'll be running it again PAX Unplugged this year. But I'm getting in. I'm going to run it at that game as well. So it's a wonderful game. Very, very happy with Genoa. They put together Nick and Ian who did all that stuff. So it's been very, very. Also, come September, October, I will be on Many Terrain Domain with a certain someone. That's wait a minute. That direction. Wait a minute. That direction. Yeah, that direction.
High five.
High five. Oh, there we go. High five. High five.
There
Five.
we
We will
go.
be playing
Okay.
together in Mini Terrain Games Pathfinder 2e game.
Wow.
So I get to be a
Yay.
player.
Yay.
So that is something
Yay.
we're looking forward to on that. So join us for that. So that is exciting to do. I'm excited for. And then we are currently in the process of pre-recording our Hunter Team Beta, which is our Hunter the Reckoning series. We're pre-recording and hopefully we'll be releasing later this year. So we are doing a lot of little stuff on the channel, and then some stuff we're planning for more Star Wars will be coming back later this year or early part of next year. So we're kind of figuring all that stuff out. But few conventions, few stuff. So give us a like, give us a follow. We've got a YouTube channel. So yes, a lot of stuff coming around. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your views and subscriptions and support and all that wonderful stuff. We very much appreciate it. And with that, we're gonna end our wonderful game with something we always like to say: be kind, don't be a jerk. Thank you
Yay.
and have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.